Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Sauce MLB Monday. Coming off a winning Sunday. We had a short little 2-day losing streak that snapped with not exactly a monster day. We picked up like 0.12 units, but hey, green is green. Just 6 games to go through on this MLB Monday, so let's do it.
Welcome to The Sauce. The Sauce. Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
First up, Cleveland's on the road in Yankee Stadium. We got Cal Quantrill pitching against Domingo Germán. Yankees open up as -140 favorites. Total opens up at 8.5. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet. According to the model, the score should be tied 1-1 after 5 innings. Final score 2-1 Cleveland. So Cal Quantrill has looked pretty suspect so far this year, coming off his worst start of the season against a terrible Rockies lineup. But I actually like the bounce back spot for him here in Yankee Stadium. This Yankees lineup looks absolutely dead, and it looks like they're going to be without Aaron Judge again. Over the last 10 games, opposing starting pitchers against the Yankees, 2.33 ERA, 0.87 WHIP, 0.44 home run per 9 inning. And the Yankees had that 12-run monster day against Kenta Maeda in there. If you take that start out, ready for this? If you take that one game out, the last 9 starting pitchers against the Yankees combined for an out-of-this-world 0.92 ERA and a 0.69 WHIP. This Yankees lineup is not hitting. And to top things off, Cal Quantrill has good career numbers against this Yankees lineup. All those bats combined for a lifetime 571 OPS and just a 192 batting average. That's through 52 at-bats. So Quantrill's pitched really well against this Yankees lineup. On the other side, you got Domingo Germán, who really hasn't looked good since the sticky stuff start where he was allegedly cheating. In his last 2 games against Toronto and Minnesota, he's allowed 10 runs and 5 home runs through just 12 innings of work. He's going to be pitching against this Cleveland lineup that's seeing him for the 2nd time already this season. And in his last 4 starts against Cleveland, 6.16 ERA with a 1.63 WHIP. I'm pretty sure we can count on the Guardians to grab a couple runs off of. Ultimately, at a plus money price, we have to go with Cleveland here. The bullpen's been solid too, so I don't see any issues there. Give me Cleveland money line plus 116 next game. Cubs at Washington. Drew Smyly against Mackenzie Gore. Cubs open up as -120 favorites. Total opens up at 8. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet. According to the model, after 5 innings, we're looking at 4-1 Cubs. Final score 7-2 Cubs. All right, so Drew Smyly started off the season with a rough start. Since then, he's been absolutely dominant. Over his last 4 starts, opposing hitters are hitting just 181 off him. He's got a 1.54 ERA in those 4 starts. But could we be catching him in a fade spot here? Hear me out. 3 of Smyly's last 4 starts have been at home, where dating back to last year, he's been very, very good. But on the road, he becomes much more vulnerable. Check these numbers out. So this is dating back to last season, 15 road starts. He's got a 4.50 ERA, 3.43 WOBA, and a 1.5 home run per 9 innings. And if you dig a little deeper, Smyly actually has some rough-looking numbers against this Nats lineup. Check it out. The Nats lifetime have a 934 OPS and a 318 average against Smyly through 44 at-bats. And even though the Nats lineup has been pretty dreadful this season, what we've discovered is we can count on this lineup to get some runs across against left-handed pitching. On the season, Washington sits top 10 in WRC plus OPS and WOBA against lefties. Pitching for Washington is Mackenzie Gore, who I came out and admitted I was wrong about. I thought he was a bust. He's pitching great. He's pitching in some tough lineups, still chilling with a 3.00 ERA, 31.5 strikeout percentage, and a 0.67 home runs per 9 in his 5 starts. Now, I know the Cubs bats have been great against lefties this whole season, but check out their last 3 games against lefty starters. Looking at Luzardo, Blake Snell, Clayton Kershaw. They combine for a 2.59 ERA and a 1.15 WHIP, and they're giving us a juicy plus 125 price tag on that first 5 money line. Let's do it. I'm on the Nats. Give me Washington first 5 money line plus 125 next game. Next up is Blue Jays at Red Sox. I'm skipping this one. I mean, I cannot bet Corey Kluber right now. No chance. But at the same time, I also cannot bet Jose Berrios on the road against a lineup full of lefties. No way in hell. And if you're thinking, yo, Kyle, why don't you just bet the over then? Well, it's super expensive. The first 5 set at 5.5, full games at 10, 10.5. I'm just going to pass. Next game. Giants at Astros. Ross Stripling pitching against Louis Garcia. Houston opens up as -180 favorites. Total opens up at 9. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet. According to the model, we're looking at a 3-3 tie after 5 innings. Final score 5-3 Houston. Always fade teams coming off Sunday Night Baseball, right? That's what they say. We know that strategy works. I don't know if I can get there in this spot though. Sure, Houston did play last night on Sunday Night Baseball, but they don't need to travel. They were home last night and they're home tonight. You got Louis Garcia on the mound, who's been virtually untouchable in his last couple starts. His last 2 starts, he threw 13 scoreless innings, allowing just 5 hits. Now, I know the Giants lineup has been solid against right-handed pitching this whole year, but Louis Garcia just blanked, and I mean blanked, the and then the Blue Jays. So forgive me if the Giants lineup doesn't really scare me. Also, keep in mind, we're talking about the Astros coming off Sunday Night Baseball. What are the Giants coming off of? The weirdest series ever in Mexico City. I mean, lineups have trouble hitting coming out of Coors Field. You got the Giants coming off a short series. They were playing 7,300 feet above sea level. So I can't just fade the Astros coming off Sunday Night Baseball. What I'm down to do is fade the Astros lineup. I know everyone's expecting Houston to probably rock Ross Stripling. Stripling's off to a rough start this year. I'm saying they come out flat. So give me the first 5 under 4.5 at plus 105 next game. Reds at Padres. I am skipping this mess. I mean, the Reds suck. I'm done with the Reds, man. But the Padres are super expensive here, and they're coming off that weird ass series in Mexico City next. Dodgers at Phillies. Taijuan Walker against Tony Gonsolin. Dodgers open up as minus 155 favorites. Total opens up 8.5. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet. According to the model, we're looking at a 3-3 tie after 5 innings. Final score 5-3 Phillies. Always fade the team coming off Sunday Night Baseball, right? Let's do it. I mean, Tony Gonsolin looked great. Well, he pitched 3 1/3 innings, but he looked solid in his first start. I'm down to back him in the first 5 here. I'm always down to fade Taijuan Walker on the road. So straight up, just fading the Phillies off Sunday Night Baseball. Give me Dodgers first 5 minus a half run at minus 120. Any major changes or updates, I'll let you know on Twitter. So give me a follow there if you're interested. For the final picks and to hear us go through the entire slate, make sure you tune into the live show 4 p.m. Eastern time today. All right, new week is upon us. We started off last week hot. Let's start this one off hot too. Remember to bet responsibly, and I will talk to you on Twitter.